And now it's my pleasure to introduce our panelists for today's broadcast. Stuart Buglis is VP of Consulting Services at Radius. Previously, Stuart held the positions of Client Services Director and Director of Human Capital Consulting at Nair & Co., and has a well-deserved reputation for his strong customer service ethic and technical abilities that span multiple jurisdictions and disciplines. Qualified as a lawyer, Stuart started his career as a fast-track graduate trainee with Lloyds TSB Bank, undertaking assignments in legal, marketing, and finance. He later went on to specialize in employment law and HR at Lloyds TSB, attaining his CIPD qualification and operating in a number of leadership roles prior to Radius. Next, I would like to introduce Paul Sutton. Paul is Head of Legal Advisory Services at Radius and is a UK qualified lawyer. Paul spent 25 years practicing as an international litigator in the City of London, specializing in technology and media. Over the years, Paul has represented many of the largest and best-known institutions in the UK and elsewhere, including the US, as well as many well-known international celebrities in the film and music industries in high-profile cases. Paul has been listed as among the top 50 lawyers in the UK for technology and media matters. Over to you, Paul. Excuse me, over to you, Stuart.
Thank you, Ed. So let's run through the agenda today. So we've got a lot to cover. First off, we'll be looking at why is data protection a big issue, followed by why it's relevant to your business, and then we'll be leading on looking into specifically the EU laws and what they require and how they can apply to common business scenarios. And then we'll finish off with a roundup of developments and hot issues. So without further ado, I'll move on to the first slide. So why is data protection a big issue? So let me start by reading out two headlines that occurred in the last 18 months. So Sony fined $250,000 over serious PlayStation data hack, and Google faces €15 million fine from Dutch data watchdog for web privacy violations. So data protection is big news, and there are good reasons for this. So there are a number of interacting forces at play which are increasing the profile of data protection as a key compliance item. So first up, privacy is a fundamental human right, the threat to which creates a really strong emotional reaction, and people really don't like their privacy being breached. Secondly, individuals now have a mounting realization that their personal data is under threat. They appreciate that corporations are making money from their data through stealth, such as geo-tracking on mobile devices, cookies on websites, etc. They realize that governments are also accessing their data in the name of national security, such as the PRISM scheme operated by US security agencies, and they recognize the increasing threat from cyber criminals also. Thirdly, individuals have a mounting sense of insecurity and bewilderment regarding where their data is being stored. In a world of electronic transactions and cloud servers and outsourced supply chains, does anyone truly know where and who has access to their data? So against this perfect storm of data privacy awareness, governments are upgrading their data privacy regulations, and individuals are now demanding compliance, none more so than in the EU